myself if I unmute. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you, John.
Excellent.
Yes. Hi.
Excellent. Anybody got a bid, solicitation, proposal to work on?
Hey John, this is Clement. Can you help me with that account?
Yes. Remind me what I'm helping you with. I talk to 100 people a day.
Okay, I need help with FBO.
About setting up searches in FPO?
Correct.
Alrighty. So you can set up a search in FPO. You have to go in and register. It's going to ask you to put in your DUNS number. If you don't have it, hit skip. Everything with a red asterisk, you have to fill in the blanks. You can't leave it blank. So put in legal business name and then repeat the business name. You're not running as a DBA, which is doing business as. FBO is actually set up improperly. All right, sorry about that, guys. I had some weird background noise. I just wanted to mute everybody to get rid of the noise. And it's still there. Is that you, Ryan? Gotta be. All right. So your legal business name is going to be the same as your DBA. And what I'm doing, guys, is he wanted to know how to set up an FBO to set up searches without having a cage code. So you're going to put in a business name, repeat it, leave that blank, leave that blank, leave that blank, put in your address, city, state, zip, copy it from the physical, and then proceed. It's not going to let me proceed because I have to fill in all these blanks. The next page, it's going to ask you for your phone number and some other pertinent details. Anything with a red asterisk, just make sure you fill it in and save it and create the account. Once you get your DUNS number and your cage code, you can always log back in and modify that account and add the DUNS number in the cage code. All right.
Okay, I got it. Now, if we have like two people in the company, do we use the one account or can multiple people create various accounts?
No. Multiple people can log in under the one user ID and password, and they can actually log in at the same time and even update and modify the account at the same time. But you can only have one email listed in FBO that the opportunities are going to be sent to. Now, what you can do is you can have your, if you've got a business and you have a tech guy or a geek, whatever you want to call them, you can have them create an email that you put in FBO, and that email automatically forwards to multiple users. Or if you don't have a business of that size and you don't have a tech guy or geek to do stuff for you, or you don't have your own domain or whatever, you can go out to Live or Gmail or AOL, any of those, and you can set up an account called, FBO Opportunities Now at live.com. And you can put that account in here and you can set that account up to automatically forward to multiple people. That's the only way around it. I've tried logging in and putting in multiple emails with semicolons in between like you do when you email multiple people. It doesn't work. They can only have one email in there.
Oh, okay.
All right. Any other questions?
Now, does the same principle apply to FPDS?
No, you do not create an account in FPDS.
That doesn't need an account? Is that what you're saying?
I'm sorry, what was your question again?
I'm saying, do we have to create an account in FPDS or we don't need an account?
I'm sorry, one more time. I had somebody talking to me in the background.
Okay. So my question again is, do we have to create an account in FPDS or we don't need an account for that?
No, do not create an account in FPDS. That's for government agents. You create an account in FPDS, you could get in trouble. FPDS is only for government agencies to register and log in to post opportunities that have been awarded. You can search FPDS in the easy search box. It's a public database. You can search it publicly. But if you log in and create an account, that's for purchasing agents only.
Oh, I see.
All right.
All right.
Any other questions? Anybody else got a question, bid, solicitation, proposal?
John, I have a question. It's Earlene.
Okay.
And my question is regarding a YouTube video on subcontracting, the volume 2. On
Yes.
that video, there's a map that you just immediately, when you click on it, it comes up on the screen. And I tried to access that. And the only thing that I'm getting, I don't know if the map is still there or not. So I was wondering if we could go through that because I really would like to locate that map.
Is it the hub zone map?
No, it's you were given an example of the EFRS, and there's a listing of companies that's
Yes.
by state.
Yep.
And if you click on the map,
Yeah.
that's the map that I'm looking for.
Unfortunately, the SBA took that down.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It used to be under SubNet. SubNet still comes up, but they're migrating 14 old systems into SAM. So even FBO itself is going to be migrated into SAM eventually. And I don't know if they plan on migrating that system over or if they just shut it down because it was so old. It was a pretty cool system too. I still have it on the acronyms. No, I still have it on the gap statement email. I got some background noise again. I'm going to pause you guys again. Okay, it's still in the email right here. The SubNet, the search directory for SubNet. I haven't tried it in a while. Maybe it works again. It says it was last modified in 2010, but that's impossible because it just stopped working a few years ago. Unless they didn't modify it and they just took it down. I don't know. This is SubNet, which you can still search right there. And then there used to be the SBA subcontracting directory. And this was a list of primes that were looking to hire subcontractors. And it had the name and phone number and email of the small business liaison officer. I think it was just such an old database. It was so outdated that none of the names were active anymore. So they took it down because it was horribly inaccurate. Although it was a good database. Yeah, it's not here anymore. It used to load automatically. I had a client earlier tell me that he's been working with the SBA and PTAC and joined the Protege Mentor Program and said he's learned more on one of my videos than the last 6 months he's been working in these programs. And then he asked me a question, and it kind of threw me off. This is the main picture on the SBA's website when you come in. He said, why do they have a woman on their homepage with her shirt unbuttoned? And I was like, I don't know. Never even thought of it. You know? Anybody else got a bid, solicitation, proposal, question?
Hey, John, this is Mitchell. I just sent you an email. I want to go over one of the solicitations, I believe. Now, we're new at this, so I'm trying to get an understanding of how it works. Could you kind of go over it? John Mitchell was the email. Information Technology Services.
Is this email right here?
Let me see. Let me go back to you. Yes. Yes, that's my email. If you go down 3 or 4, you'll see NASA.
AIMS, Consolidated Information Technologies.
Yes, that's it.
All right, so you click on the link, it takes you into the contract, and then, like I always tell you guys, look at the due date first, see when it's due, make sure you got plenty of time to respond, make sure it's set aside for something you qualify for, then read the synopsis, blah, 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 see if it's something you're interested in. If so, add it to your watch list. Have you gotten that far?
No. Okay, so just you watch it, right? So you put it on your watch list, just click watch this opportunity.
After I read the synopsis, if I determine it's something I'm interested in, then yeah, I put it on my watch list.
Okay. Okay. Now I remember you're saying that when you go through you had like a way of speed reading through it. You said there's certain things that the keywords that you're looking for that you're trying to train us to do the same thing. Was that on this page, on this solicitation?
Yes. Just looking right here, I see that they want IT and operations, external projects, IT, system support, business. So without reading that entire paragraph verbatim, as an IT guy, I would know I have interest in this. In this paragraph, it says blah, 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 blah. It's just a bunch of, skill mix, requirements, portion. They're not telling us a whole lot. So there's no sense to sit down and read this and try and understand it 100%. We know in general this is something we're interested in. Blah, 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 majority of the work, the headquarters. So they're really not telling us anything here. So we're going to go check out the attachments. There's the statement of work. And there's the RFI, there's the request for information. So those are the two documents that are going to tell us what it is they want to buy and how they want us to submit our information. Because this is a source of SOT. This isn't an opportunity right now. It's just a source of SOT, an RFI. Does that make sense?
Yes, but what you're saying is that the sources sought, they're not soliciting. They're just, what are they, gathering data or what?
Yep, it's not out for bid yet. It's a RFI, a request for information, or a source of SOT, which means they're looking for sources or they're gathering information.
Okay, got it.
Maybe the
So
person.
is that it? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, maybe the purchasing agent, buys 10,000 different things a year, and they don't know a whole lot about IT. So they're reaching out to you to get you to educate them on what it is they're buying. The beauty of an RFI or a source of SOT or a RFQ, not RFQ, but RFI or a source of SOT is that they're looking for information, and if you're the guy that gives them the information, you're also building a rapport at the same time. You're earning their trust. All right.
Is there anything else we need to know? Like are there other pages of this, other documents that we need to probably look at? Or
no,
can we get
I would read the SOW and then read the RFI and see if it's something that that you're interested in.
Okay, got it. Thanks, John.
Sure. And on this one, you have to log in right here to see the SOW. It's not going to allow you to just download it. Or right there, you click there to log in and submit a response. Any other questions?
Don, this is Ryan Took.
Yes.
I'm looking at a laundry contract for the Miles City VA. How do I know kind of what price range and what where I should be bidding at. I mean, I know they're on the document to put my prices in, but it hasn't been competitive before, and I do believe that there is one more person applying, so I guess I just want to know what the standard or industry standard laundry contract would be.
Is it a small business set aside?
What's that?
Is it a small business set aside?
Correct.
And you guys did it last year, right?
Yeah, we've had it for the last 7 years.
It's a small business set aside. It's never about price. It's about solution. So my suggestion for you is to write a kick-ass technical proposal that describes why you're going to do a better job because you've held the contract for the last 7 years and you know what you're doing.
Okay.
Versus if they bring in somebody new, they're going to have to go through a learning curve and all that other stuff. Make it sound so you're going to make it much easier on the purchasing agent. You're going to make their job easier.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter how much you charge because it's not about price. On small business set-asides, it's about the technical proposal is the most important factor. Your past performance is the second most important factor, and price is last. So the fact that you guys have held the contract the last 7-8 years, you can write the better technical proposal because you know the insides and outs. You can promise them a better deal, a better job because you know the insides and outs. As far as past performance is concerned, you have the past performance from that job. So past performance is the second most important factor. Price is last, so you could charge a little more than you did last year.
Okay.
I'd go up at least 3% from last year.
Okay. Now, where do I, because I'm just seeing the price quote request, and I don't know where all the narrative stuff goes.
Do you have the SOL number?
No, but if you go back to that one page,
Did you email it to me earlier?
no, I didn't. But I can, if you go back to that, you're on the FBO. If you go to that page, and then the state, Montana, on the place of performance, any state or territory, if you put in Montana there, just right above on the drop-down.
In the future, email me this kind of stuff ahead of time so we don't waste everybody's time in the training looking it up.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. All right, I got Montana.
Well, I can email it to you, and then we can just keep going on. I'll do that right now.
No big deal. You didn't know. It's all right. I'm not bitching at you. I'm just saying for future reference.
Okay. But it's the VA laundry.
All right, so Montana, specific location is the VA.
Miles.
Laundry. 436 miles.
There you have it. Yep.
All right, it's due May 19th. There's no set-aside, so anyone can bid on it. It is a combined synopsis solicitation, blah, blah, blah. They are doing it as a small business set-aside, and they are going to give priority to service-disabled veteran women minority, because they always say that.
Okay.
So please provide a price quote for each of the CLINs. CLINs is contract line item numbers. They want a description, estimated quantity, unit cost, total estimated cost for the base year. through those
Okay.
base year through each year, basically is what it is. Estimated total. There's your statement of work, tells you what it is they want to buy. So everything that's attached up here in this document is laid out here. It's the exact same information laid out here that's in that document.
Okay.
I am.
Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions?
I have a question. What is a combined solicitation synopsis?
It's the government made up some stupid word for something that's way more simpler. Seriously, the word combined synopsis simply means that it's an active opportunity. It doesn't.
Okay.
It makes no sense whatsoever why they would do that. Like the government calls you an offerer, O-F-F-E-R-O-R. It's not even a real word. Some guy worked for the government at one point in time, and he said, "Well, they're giving us an offer, so let's call them offerers." And that's what it's not a word. And if you go to Google and you search combined synopsis solicitation, it actually says, where's it at? There's usually almost a smart aleck answer for it. Maybe it's under YouTube. That's no. It usually pops right up on YouTube, but it's on Google. It's gonna make a liar of me today. Oh, there it is. Definition. Combined synopsis solicitation simply means this is a real, live, actual deal.
Got it.
Most
Okay.
opportunities classified this way means they are going to actually happen. All of these should include specifications for the product and service, the due date for a proposal. Combined means the agency is expecting a proposal or quote from you. Why didn't they just call it a real solicitation or an active solicitation? So, I don't understand it, but it simply means that it's active. It's a real deal.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. And like I said, if you Google the word offer, it's not even a real word. It's the government just made it up. Now, if it says solicitation, that doesn't mean it's not active. That's just some purchasing agents call it combined synopsis. Some just call it a solicitation. Either way, it's an active deal.
Gotcha.
All right, and that's just like some of these guys call the reps and certs ORCA. Some of them call it reps and certs. Some of them call it representation certification. Some of them call it FAR and DFAR provisions. Some of them still call it ORCA. Regardless, it's all the exact same document. It's just what they call it. Somebody asked me a question earlier about what's the difference between a small business and a total small business and an emerging small business, and it's all in the eyes of the purchasing agent. Some guys think that they're all the same thing. Some of them think that they're different or whatever. Technically, they're all a small business. Emerging means you're doing less than half of the amount required to be considered a small business. So if the amount set aside for a small business for that particular NAICS code was 100 million and you're doing 50 million or you're doing under 50 million, you're technically considered an emerging small business. If you've done over 50 million, you're a small business, and if you've done close to 100 million, you're a total small business. It's all the same thing. As long as it says small business, you're good. Anybody else? Question?
John, I have a question. It's Erlene again.
Yes.
I was just wondering, to search on Google trying to determine contracts to offer them, the ESRS, what would I search under?
You can't pull up the ESRS. The ESRS is for primes to post how much they paid you. I mean, you probably could pull it up, but the electronic subcontract reporting system is for primes to post how much they paid you as a subcontractor. So the purchasing agent can log in and view that, and that proves that they've hired small businesses.
Okay, I understand that, but in order to kind of get a listing of just companies that have federal contracts in, let's say, North Dakota, is there a search word that I could use that, you know, I could search just to see what companies do have federal contracts?
In Google?
Yes, in Google.
No, not really. There is no smoking gun there, but you can go to USA spending, and you can search by keyword in the state. And USA spending will tell you how many contracts have been awarded in that state under that keyword, how much total subcontract awards have been awarded, how much total prime contracts have been awarded, total number of transactions, and it'll give you those transactions, which you can search by award ID or date or amount or agency, etc. The problem is none of these systems agree with each other. Like in Texas under construction, it's saying 3,464,800. But if I go to FPDS, FPDS is only showing 123,000 contracts in Texas under construction. So none of these systems will ever agree with each other. And that, I mean, primarily because this system only tracks about 10% of the total spending because it only tracks set-asides. Whereas USA spending can track large and small contracts. But they'll never agree. You'll never find one system that shows you where all the money is being spent because the government will never make their spending that clairvoyant. They'll never show you where every dime is going. That would be ludicrous because then they can't hide money.
Okay, I'll try the USA spending. Thanks.
Sure. And if you're looking for vendors, looking for people to work for you or to do work with or to partner, you can always go to the DSBS. They're only going to be in here if they registered in here, and they don't have to, so not everybody's going to be in here. But you can do the same thing, go to Texas, search by NAICS codes or keyword. And that'll show you a lot of the vendors that are in Texas under construction.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Anybody got a bid, proposal, solicitation? Anybody want to write a love song?
You start.
I'll collaborate. Any other questions? Anybody got a bid, solicitation, proposal to work on today?
No, I'm just listening today, John.
No problem. Well, if that's it, I guess I'll go ahead and shut her down for today. You guys know the drill. I'll be back on here tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. If you got a solicitation or something you want to work on, trying to email me the link ahead of time so I can just click on it. If you want to join, let me know at least 30 minutes prior. I am still working on setting up the camera so you guys can see my smiling face. We should have that done by tomorrow. And was one more thing. Oh, we're someday this week we're going to switch it to 4:30 to 5:30 and see if that works better. And by next week, I should have at least one day, maybe Wednesday at noon. We'll do it. We'll do training at noon that day as well. And my assistant asked me to show you guys how to do a screenshot. Anybody who's earning free training, when you start the video, you want to send a screenshot of the video when it starts, and you want to send a screenshot of the video when it ends. You can either do that by holding down the CTRL button on the bottom left-hand corner of your keyboard and touching the PTR SCR button at the top right-hand corner of your keyboard, which is what it's called the print screen button. That will actually physically take a copy of your entire screen. And then when you go to your email, you open a new email and you paste, it'll paste that screen, a copy of that screen you just took. And then you can go in and make the screen smaller if you like. And you can actually send people a copy of your screen. So when you're trying to ask a question about something, it's easier for them to see it. If your PTRL SCR button doesn't work, you can also go into a screen and then click on the Windows thing right here and go to the snipping tool right there. And it'll give you a snip box where you can start at a point and you can drag and drop the box as big or as small as you want it. And you can just take a little print screen without doing the entire screen. Same thing, go to your email, reply, paste. Like that.
Hey, John, where did you get that tool from, the sniffing tool? How do you get to that again?
Right here under your Windows button, right there. Simply click on it, and then it's right there in the Windows bar. Or if not, if you don't have it on your hot links over here, you can search snipping tool. Make sure you spell it right, because I don't think there is a sniffing tool.
Okay.
And I guess I could show you guys one more thing since we're in here. Somebody asked me the other day about editing PDFs again. So PDF Escape, for anybody who hasn't heard me talk about it, I use it all the time. And it was something I needed to do anyway, so I might as well show you guys. So you go to the website, pdfescape.com, click on Free Online, click on Upload to PDF, drag and drop the document you want to edit into the program. So this one right here. Go to the page you want to edit, which is page 2. Now, one of my clients pointed something out and asked me to fix this, so I'm going to white out, open a whiteout box. Go to the text box, change the size of the font, make it bold. Make it bigger so it fits right. Line it up. There you go. Doesn't even look like it's ever been modified. And then when you're done, print it back to your desktop. I'm going to print it to a PDF, so I change it to a PDF and save. Once I've named it and saved it, then I can go in and change the name of it. Any other questions? All right, guys, no other questions. I will see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks a
All
lot.
right, John, have a good evening.
Of course,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
Yep. Guys, make sure to subscribe to me if you haven't on YouTube. And all my videos, like and share them and comment and all that fun stuff. Got my direct dial, my email if you need me. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye.